Okay, so what's up, Dream Girls? I'm Raquel,
And I am Bianca.
and we just wanted to have like a little chick chat with you guys discussing pretty much like women's, like how society is viewing women's bodies these days,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of changes that are going on as it pertains to BBLs.
BBLs.
Yes, as it pertains to BBLs. So when did you feel like BBLs became super popular?
Okay, for me, my first, like when I first got a whiff about BBLs, it was from Black China. When
Mm,
Black China kind of popped out,
okay,
you know what I mean? That's when it was like, oh,
this
so
big
this is
booty.
what the girlies are doing, huh?
Okay,
This
okay.
is what it's gonna get.
What
And
was
you know,
that?
for
Maybe like
me,
2012?
yeah, so maybe before, maybe right around college, when I got to college, so I would say like 2008 or so.
Maybe
I
also
wanted to
you felt like they were.
uh,
When did the Kardashians? Because I feel like that was the first time I saw a
oh yeah.
non-black woman
Yeah, non-black.
with a big booty. You know, with the
No, you know who the first non-black woman was? Coco for me.
Ice T's.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, you know what, Coco. But hers looked like she was just country homegrown, like thick.
Yeah.
Kardashians, it was like going on here? Like, what's going to even she went on one of the episodes of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't know if you saw that episode. She did like a X-ray of her booty
Oh my
so
God. When
that she didn't have butt
she had the
implants.
nerve to go to a doctor and let them x-ray her butt to see if there was anything in it, any implants.
First of
And
all,
little back, see, so back then, that's
mm,
when implants were more, it was more of implants than it was like taking the fat from other parts of your body and putting it in your butt. It was a
right,
whole implant thing.
right. And so that's where it's tricky because first of all, number one, we don't know, but like it's a reality show. You could pay any doctor to be like, there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like first of
Right.
all, like they could foil the
Like,
results.
come on now.
Secondly, like you said, it could not very much not be a butt implant. It could be shots. It could be a BBL. It could
Hmm.
be multiple multitude of things. So, um, and I feel like we can get into that later. But people get tricky with the terminology, and you have to watch. You got to watch for people are very smart and tricky. So they'll be like, "Oh no, I didn't. I don't have a BBL, but they got ass shots." You know,
Right.
or
Right. That's what I'm saying. And so what do you think? Okay, so China for me was like the first like black girl,
mhm,
and being that she was from where, from, our town, well, not our town, but our state or whatever. So
yeah.
it was more relatable to like, like, oh wow, so this is what the girlies are doing. I
Angel
just
Lola
remember,
Love. No, not Angel.
oh
Angel
yes,
Lola Love.
Lola.
That
Yes,
was
Lola.
Angel Love.
Lola,
What's
because
her name now? Lola Love.
her and China were like really tight friends anyway. So
Yes,
they
it was
ran in
the
the same
video
circles.
vixen
Yes.
era. That was the
Yes.
new like we were done. I don't want to say we were done, but like the days of like the Melissa Fords, the very like
Yeah. Yep.
that we had moved on to a different era. So yes, Black China, the Lola Loves. I feel like they definitely spearheaded that look.
They certainly, most
Yes.
certainly spearheaded that for our culture.
For anyone who's living under a rock who has no idea, what is a BBL?
So the technical term for BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. And now what exactly does that mean?
Basically, from what I know, they are lipoing fat from whether your stomach, your back,
Anywhere you have it.
where you have extra fat, and then they are taking a cannula and they're
A
basically shooting that
cannula.
into your booty.
Okay.
Now you have the waist is slit,
Right.
snatched up. The back is you ain't got a big back no more.
Right. So just like a two-in-one work, the two-in-one like type surgery, a type of procedure where it's like you kind of getting lipo and you're getting oop, a little
Exactly.
extra added in.
But now things are kind of changing, right? Um,
It's going back. It's going
things are
back.
changing. People
But
are
why
saying
are they changing? They're changing because let's talk about it. Women are dying. Women are dying left and right,
is
whether
a
it's from ass shots or it's BBL. So with the with the butt shots, of course you are injecting foreign things into your body. So of course naturally your body is rejecting it. So it's going through all kinds of things.
people
I've
were
seen
getting fix
so
the flat shot up into their butt. Cement. Like Wait,
Is
wait,
it
wait,
ever that
wait.
serious? Is it ever that serious though?
I just want to know. Okay, you know what? I think this is a great topic for us because I feel like I was someone who grew up with a booty, right? So then it could be like privilege of like, well, you
You
don't know
sure
what
do.
it feels like to not have a booty, right? And then,
Okay.
oh, I thought you was gonna say, and then
You're talking about me. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You had to work to grow a booty, right? Right? That wasn't something that you just grew up with a fatty. So like, was that ever something that you considered being with the pressures and stuff with society of like,
What's
should I
the
just get a little ass?
man? See,
Should
I've
I
always
get
been a workout girly. I love working out. I just, you know, after years and years of just having a butt, like I just kind of got to the point where I was just like, maybe it just ain't for me. So then when I saw women coming out with the butt shots, I was like, oh my God, like so there's something that you can do to kind of like to fix it. However, the idea of injecting stuff into your body and all of that just kind of like never did it for me. So it was one of those things where I just kind of it was one of those things where I would tell myself, look, God, you can't have everything. God can't give you
mm,
everything. So,
okay.
it's just
So you
one of
never
those
felt the
things that I
pressure that
learned
it was that
to
serious.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I felt pressure just, but I don't know. I just wasn't that moved. And honestly, let's keep it a buck. If I had the money at the time, it might have been a different story. But being
Okay.
that I did not, that kind of contributed to it as well, which I'm happy for because I could just so see me regretting that right now. I could just see it turning and
Yeah.
evolving into more health things like and then now seeing how it's transitioning back to our natural self
Love
is
it.
insane to where people are literally going through
Yeah.
surgeries
Hey,
to
Michelle,
remove it.
the Black China that you was just talking about, she's been removing everything. Like,
She's yeah.
okay.
Hey
I
Michelle.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Michelle, like we were talking about the Kardashians. Have you noticed how they've been changing? They're not as clickety plow. They're not so Coke bottle shaped anymore. Everyone's getting thin, thin, thin. We're reverting back to like the early 2000s,
Yeah.
90s, like thin is in type of look.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
what Dream Doll, she was on a podcast or something, and she said that BBLs are
That
bad.
body type is not in anymore, basically.
It's not. It was trendy, and it's not. And she says she's working to get her stuff removed.
Now it's so acceptable to where it's like, oh, you know, if they admit it, like I had surgery or whatever, it's kind of like not a big deal. And then in certain places, especially where you live in California, it's like the norm, right?
Um, yeah, you know what? As it pertains to BBLs, definitely implants. Like implants
Hmm.
have never gone out of style. Like I think lipo implants are like the top two surgeries. Like that's never gone out of style. People always want to be where they could, and people do like to be busty apparently. But BBLs, I will say, like when I go to the South, because curvier figures are more like acceptable in the South versus like
Hmm.
on the West Coast. Um, that the bus shots and the BBLs be very exaggerated. Like the waist
Yeah, so in the
so
South, it's
tiny,
probably
the
yeah.
hips be so wide. And it's a little jarring when you come from the West Coast and then you land
Yeah.
in Atlanta. You're like, okay, like this is something. But I will say another way that people are sneaky are and becoming more popular are these skinny BBLs. People aren't getting the exaggerated ones anymore. These skinny ones are, especially if you're looking online and not in person, they're very hard to detect.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit there, and they're making sure, like the thighs match with the booty and all of that.
And I get that. I mean, I get that. Altering your body just in general is a thing. It's a thing that, opens
When I
the
say
can of
sneaky, at the
worms.
end of the day, like because I'm not against doing what you want to do to make yourself feel better. We
Hmm.
work out and take care of ourselves because we want to feel better. We want to be the best versions of ourselves. And sometimes
Yeah.
there's certain like I won't even say it's a short. Yes, there's some shortcuts, but sometimes people need a little bit of help to get to where they need to go, right?
Yeah.
And my issue, especially when it comes to fitness, is when there are certain fitness influencers that have gotten called out for secretly having a BBL, secretly having lipo and stuff, and they're
And
doing.
I don't understand why it's the thing when they could just literally make it like, hey, I had the surgery and this is how I plan to keep it up. They could totally spin it that way. It doesn't have to be. And now, see, that's where I have an issue because
Yeah.
it's the bamboozle for me. Let's be for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like promoting a product that you don't work or it don't work. It's not doing what you say it do, but you steadily pushing it and taking people's money for it. It's very misleading and it's unnecessary, especially in this day and time. Be honest.
It really is, because at the end of the day, by now, BBLs have been so popular that we know that once you get it, you have to upkeep it, or else you will be back on that surgeon's table within a year or two, getting
Looking crazy.
another round of lipo, another round of whatever else that you need to get done. Because, for instance, if you gain weight after getting BBL, what happens? Well, if you gain weight after you get a BBL, pretty much the fat now is going to start going to your neck. It's going to
Yeah,
start
it goes to
going to
different,
your
yeah, it
arm.
spreads out.
It's going to go to other places. Maybe it won't go to your stomach, but
Yeah,
the fat cells are not there anymore, but they're going to go
right.
where fat cells are. So you're going to start getting big in places that you weren't even big before. So,
Exactly.
yes, I think that people who have gotten surgery, they could totally do this is how I, like you said, upkeep my body, upkeep my results. It's such a popular surgery. There's plenty
Oh
of
my
women.
God. It's such a it's a niche for that. So like I don't understand why the lies.
Even like maybe even a series. I don't know how long, but maybe I have no idea how long you have to wait to work out after you get a BBL. But let's just say you have
Maybe.
to wait 6 weeks. I don't know. Like,
I doubt it's 6 weeks. It's probably somewhere around 6 months or something like that. Like, cause you gotta wear the stuff for a long
that's
time.
true. That's true. But maybe
Yeah.
like my first, I don't know, a series about the first kind of workouts, the first couple kind of workouts you could do after getting surgery. I'm sure
Exactly. Like
plenty of people would love to watch stuff like that.
what? That's
So
what I'm saying. Yeah. So I
yeah,
agree with you. That's very misleading. And like I said, it's totally unnecessary, especially today. Like,
yeah.
everybody's living in their truth and everybody loves the BBL anyway. So voila. I don't understand.
Well, apparently not, since it's played out. Who's making it played out though? That's what I want to know.
It just okay, first of all, it just got played out.
Mhm,
It ain't even been that long.
mhm.
And I'm not too sure. Well, I think that it personally got played out when they starting to lose their life. That's what I think. People starting to
Oh,
be like,
okay.
yeah. I
Because
think
it's the
it's for
deadliest
me.
plastic surgery. So, I did do a little bit of research, and the number one reason that people die from BBLs are pulmonary. Ooh,
Um,
pulmonary. How do I say that? Pulmonary.
girl, I can help you.
I had to look at it. Pulmonary fat
I can
embolism.
help.
Basically, when they're reinserting the fat, some of those fat cells travel through your bloodstream into your vessels,
Right.
travel to your lungs, into your heart, and you can die within hours, the earliest, within hours of the surgery. So we have seen um, certain celebrities' partners pass away. So it's a very, very, very sad thing, especially when it comes to an elective surgery. Um,
Right.
and
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, I also feel like the decline has happened because I think that because when things get so popularized, like people can get it for under $5,000 now. You can go to Miami
Right. It wasn't like
Shop
that
Shop and get
before.
it for super low.
Hmm.
So now that it's not as exclusive and anyone can get it, I feel like rich people especially are like, well, I want to look different. I don't want to look like Keisha from Third Ward. You know what I'm saying? Like they when things aren't exclusive anymore, they swing the pendulum another.
Wow, that's actually a good point that you made. Here I am thinking like people are like, "Oh, I'm dying." So let's wrap it up. No, it's because it's oversaturated. That's
Yes,
insane. That's insane to
yes,
me.
yes. Everyone has
That's
it. Everyone
insane.
looks the same. Every and I understand. I know people say, "Oh, why do you get a BBL?" People say, "Oh, I don't do it for a man." I do believe some women do it for a man. They do it
Yeah,
for the male gaze and to
yeah, for the
yeah, and to
attention.
get a
Yep.
certain type of man.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But I do believe some people do it for financial reasons. Like if you are an exotic dancer or
Bartender.
bartender, something like that, like you're gonna make more money. Like
That's facts. That is facts.
yeah,
That is
so,
facts. And working in a club when I was younger, that pressure was even more because, like you said, it just was a known thing. If you had a BBL, you made more money. I don't care what you did in the club, what your position was. You just made more money. You had more attention, and it just was. You had to do less work. You just, you know what I mean? It was just one of
that's
those
wild that
things.
you still didn't even consider getting it.
And I still didn't
Yeah.
consider doing it because me personally, I am one of those type of people where I'm a natural girl for real at the end of the day. To the root to the tutor. So for real, to me, I would feel kind of like a sellout if I did that
Mhm.
because I know how hard I push fitness and how it's always been in my DNA, and from
Mhm.
childhood. So if to me, I would feel very like, you know, I sold out. Like I went the easy route. And you know me, I'm a hard worker. I like that. I like to work hard for what it is, that I really want because that helps you keep it and
Yeah,
try to maintain it.
yeah, for sure.
So, but so let me ask you this really quick.
Mhm.
Am I the only one, or did you also believe that like the BBLs was safer than the shots?
Oh yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
100% thought that they were safer because the shots, it was always made to seem like you go to some like skeevy hotel or motel room and some unlicensed person shot you up with who knows
Right.
what, right? And so there was definitely a effort put out there from people who've gotten shots, from the Cardi B's to even what's Jada Waiter, who are like, don't do
Jada.
shots, like don't do shots. And we've seen people in the news go to jail for performing shots. So yeah, the BBL definitely seemed like it was the more safer option.
It did seem like it was a safer option, and I was all like, "Oh wow, this is." And I was telling, I'm like, "Look, you can just take it's your own fat. Your body won't reject your own fat. This is it. This is, you know what I mean." And then
It
when
will.
people were getting sick off of that, dying off of that. And then what got me is like, did you hear about like after a certain amount of time or whatever, those fat cells in your butt pop or they dissipate, and then
I never
you would
even
have
heard
to
of that.
eventually get it done again?
Oh, that they die.
Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely heard that. For some people the first they got. That's why some people do multiple rounds because the
right,
fat doesn't take and it dies off, and they're like,
right.
I gotta do it again. And like every surgery, every surgery leaves scars. Like even with that, there's scarring that's left. Shoot,
Oh,
I had a
absolutely,
breast reduction when I was younger. There's scar.
oh,
Every single scar. I mean, surgery leaves some type of scar. So like
absolutely.
you're putting your body under so much stress.
I
It's
know.
so I'm not anti-surgery. I'm not anti-elective surgery at all. However, I do feel like a lot of women, even Cardi B said it, she's done surgery a lot. I do feel that like you should wait until you get to a certain age, like maybe later on in your 20s,
Oh
like
yeah.
they start getting it when they're teenagers, like let your
Oh,
woman body form.
I even say if you're one of those ones that plan to have children, you need to do it after your kids because
Mhm.
if you do not, like,
You don't want to
you're
have to keep
starting
getting
off from the ground
surgery
up again. Yeah.
and keep getting scars. You
Yep.
don't, you know what I'm saying? So like,
Mm-hmm. Those are
yeah, 100%. So, and then also mama duties.
but you know what I mean? I was trying to play it off. I was like,
we
no,
gonna
not no, no. Pootie, please,
we gonna
don't
wrap
do
it
that.
up. We gonna wrap it up. Okay. Um,
No.
um,
Anyway.
of course, at Dream Body, we're promoting more of a holistic way of
Mhm.
approaching health, and
Yep.
I would say body recomp. Like I feel like, of course, we are not all built. Some people are blessed that the BBL came from how some women were just naturally shaped. They had the tiny little
Like
backs,
you.
big hips, booty. They were just
Okay.
naturally shaped like that. So
Yeah.
it's imitating that, right? Some of us are not blessed that way. Okay.
No.
But
But
But there's a thing called body recomp where you can really work to build muscle in certain places, lose fat in other places, and give your body a more aesthetically, whatever is aesthetically pleasing to you, and give yourself that.
right.
So you can build a booty. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
match up that waist. You can unbig that back. You can build up those
absolutely.
legs. We don't want a big, huge booty and little tiny legs. That's not the vibe. So like it's a lot of things are possible if you put in the work in the gym and with your diet.
But that's the problem. It's the work. People really shy away from hard work. Like you will be surprised how many people, um, just in my work environment, I'm like the most active one. Like out of the people that you are around, is you would be surprised by how many of them would rather take the easy route and just literally don't help themselves. Like they don't help themselves, but they will complain all day
Oh,
about
yeah.
everything, literally everything about their body. They'll hate it from head to toe, but won't do anything about it. But we're talking about surgery. It's just insane. And those are the people that are going to gain it back if they ever do have that surgery. You just like, girl, you wasting your money.
There's
You
no
you know it's a
shortcut.
waste of money. It
There's
really is
literally
not.
and trust me, as someone who's tried to take a lot of shortcuts, not surgery, but just like crash diets and stuff like that over the years, there really are no shortcuts to proper
100%.
nutrition and exercising. Because again, like we said, if you get the surgery, you still have to exercise to keep and eat right to keep up your results, or else you will be
Yep.
back getting surgery again. What you gonna do? Get surgery every 2, 3 years?
Well, that's what some people do. That's what some people do. So let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Fun. If you did say you did get a BBL, would you be one of those ones? And be honest. Would you be one of those ones that was honest about it and was like, "Hey, y'all, this is what I did. This is what I'm gonna do." Or would you be like in the gym working hard? Like, how would you go about it?
I mean, I just admitted that I had surgery. I had a breast reduction. Granted, that is more
Yeah,
um
that's
that's more of a
because you're
yeah, that's
taking a
not really like
yeah. That's less.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like needed it because I was having bad
Mhm.
stuff. But that's hard for me to even believe, like think of me getting a BBL. But like honestly, I'd rather spill my own tea than someone else spill it.
Right.
Okay. At the end of the
Right.
day, there's so many nurses. When you get surgery, there's so many people that are,
Yeah.
it's not just the doctor, right?
Right.
So literally, and then I have this image of being this fitness guru or whatever.
Right.
Somebody will spill my tea. Okay. HIPAA laws are not. Okay. They're going to tell a friend, tell a friend.
People laws are they don't exist.
I
They
just
don't
said,
exist.
and hey, money is money. There's a market for surgery girlies who want to be fit. So, like, I would be like a pioneer in that industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
so would. I would have to be because they would be like, I would have to explain what the hell is going on. I would have to. If
Yeah.
I would have got a BBL, I would definitely have to be one of those ones that was honest, right? Because I would look so crazy lying about it. People that know me and know me from a childhood.
Like, they're gonna be like, wait, where did you get? Like, we know I got that very like straight stomach or whatever like that. It's
Right.
like now you got this little teeny
Now
bitty,
you got the
right?
lawyer, right? All that
Maybe
stuff.
you got a rib removed or something because it don't make
I
no
was
sense.
about to say, because that's the thing. That's the thing. But okay, so who do you think has the best BBL in like, in the industry? I'll go
Ooh.
first. For me,
Okay.
Ari, hands down.
All right. All right. Has she did she cop up to having one or
You know what? That's a good
that's another
question.
thing. I don't know if she cops to it.
I feel like she did. I feel like she did. I
Okay.
gotta look into it. But I feel like she did.
There was one person I had in mind, but then sometimes they keep getting more surgery and then it's not good anymore. But Iggy Azalea's years ago, not now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Iggy's
her
was nice.
body was sickening. Iggy Azalea's was top tier. But right now I would say I'm gonna have to say I, the word is
Oh,
that she got a skinny BBL. I'm not saying she doesn't work out. I think she does work out, but she was whatever. She got a skinny BBL. Lori Harvey's hers looks good.
oh, I didn't know she had a BBL.
Yeah, the word
Mhm.
is she got a skinny one. So just a little
Okay,
yang, 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 you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
a little snatcher rule, like a little,
yeah,
not
a
too
little
much,
fine,
not too
fine.
much.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you think Beyonce has one?
Yes,
I feel like she does.
yes, her body looks different. And not yes, she's had children, your body will change. Like Rihanna has children, her body has changed. You know what I'm saying? The
But definitely feeling
but
like
she don't talk to us, so she's never gonna
she's not one of those at all. Don't even look for it. Beehive ain't they're not having it. Okay, J Lo. Do you think that J Lo had one or
no,
has one now?
I don't I mean shit. I don't know, but I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. That's the good.
She been
That's
had
the good.
bodies since the 90s, since Selena. She been had a little yammies.
She did have a yummy. She
Yeah.
did have a
What's
yummy.
crazy, people
That
act
I
like
don't
her
know about
butt
that
was
one.
so big back then. Now I look at it and I'm like, it wasn't that crazy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because it could have been one of those things where it was big at the time, and then maybe over time she lost fat and she didn't redo it or something like that.
Okay, and here's
Like,
okay. Ooh, I don't want to sound like a pick me, but I'm gonna sound like a pick me for a second. I
okay.
feel like sometimes women, because outside of the money, I do feel like a lot of women, and honestly, even with the money, where we said like some women get BBLs for the money reasons, like working at clubs or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Hey, little girl.
She like, oh, if somebody said BBLs, she want one.
um, she loved to be in women's business,
I
but
know she like, okay, it's you. You know she wants to be you, but anyway.
she really does.
Good.
Anyway, um, dang, I lost my train of thought. So, oh yeah, so J Lo, the craze, her body was banging. People said,
Yeah,
Atlanta came out, baby, the booty, 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 right? And
yeah,
early 2000s, like the Melissa Fords and stuff, like
yeah.
she had an amazing curvy body. And so there were all these songs about big booties and back that thing up and all of that. And I think that women kind of, and then next thing you know, these days there's these exaggerated bums with little thighs, or not even little thighs, just these crazy exaggerated bums.
Yeah.
Hear a lot of men say they're not even really into that. Like it's cool as like for something to look at, but like
With men,
it's
these
something to look
guys
at and
here,
something to
because
have
they
fun
say
with.
that, but those are the ones that they like all their stuff on Instagram. Those are the ones they trying to holler at in the club. They'll have a regular girlfriend with no butt, but they'll be all
Right.
fetished
Have a
out
regular
with the girls
girlfriend
with
with
the
no
big
butt.
butts and be like, I don't want a girl like that. But that's the one that you heart eyeing.
Because have you ever been, oh God. All right, we just gonna keep it, we're gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it a buck. Have you ever gone out with somebody who has like an exaggerated butt?
Like gone out with them like as a friend,
Whether they're natural or yeah, 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 just like a friend. Like you
like
just
a friend, like I know you.
okay. If you
I
got
did. No, I did. No, I did. Yeah, I had a friend that had a really. It was crazy. It was crazy.
and the attention that she received,
It
how was
was even more crazy. It was even more
exactly.
crazy because the attention that you get with that, and sometimes she looked uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? She kind of looked uncomfortable with some situations, depending on where, what, and who.
Mhm.
And I just could only imagine having that attention on you all the time in that way. Because it's one thing when you're like really pretty or you have pretty eyes or something like that, right? You get a lot of attention. But when it's because of your butt, that means you are sexualized before you can even open your mouth. Like before you
Yes,
can even say your thought.
exactly. Exactly.
You
So
know what I mean?
I mean, that's one of the reasons that I personally like. I feel like I got enough going on. It's enough to get me by. It's enough little booty to get me by.
Listen,
And you know what I'm saying? And I don't
you
need
gotta work
anything
with what
else
you
because I
got.
feel sexualized. Even first of all, women are sexualized. Period. Right? Whether you have a
Right.
big, right? But then when you have a little extra cushion for the pushing or whatever like
Right.
that, it heightens it.
It
And
is.
so that's not always a great feeling. And so when it's big and like super rotund like that, you are getting crazy. Like I've been out and the attention is just like it's
Yeah.
it's just it's like it's not a good feeling. I'm not even the person, baby. I'm on the sidelines. Okay, I'm the sideline.
Right.
And the side
Right.
it's like it's out of this world. So I'm
It's
saying
hard to watch.
that
Sometimes it's
I
hard to
feel like
watch.
yeah. And so these men, how you said their girlfriends don't be having no booty. They want an attractive girl, but they don't want her to be getting that much attention, or like
Yeah.
you want to be able to take her to the cookout with the family or a corporate Christmas party and stuff like that, and it's
Mhm.
not like a show, like it's not
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like she can
Absolutely.
put on just like a dress, and it's not a big, it's not look
Yeah.
like you on OnlyFans. You feel me? So um,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think we
I just
kind of think.
yeah, I just want the girlies to be okay with, who they are and what God gave them. And if you feel like it's something that you want to improve on, then do the work. Like, I just wish that we would kind of get out of that mindset that, like, we want it right now. This is what it is. Like, we don't have to work for it. It just, and I don't know, it's crazy to me
We're
because it's
not
your
all
body.
meant
It's
to look
not like,
the same. We're not all meant to. We really aren't, and I think that's the beauty of us being human beings and coming from different backgrounds, you know what I'm saying, and different
yeah,
cultures and stuff. We're not all meant to have the same nose. We're not all meant to have the same skin tone. We're not all
right.
meant to have the same like. I mean, people are. We're not even gonna get into all the plastic surgery that's going on, but like I definitely understand wanting to be the best version of yourself, and there's so many things that
Mhm.
you do naturally to become the best version of yourself. I understand not being happy in your skin. If shoot, we
Yeah,
have a conversation on skin, and we could talk about how my skin was eating me up a couple years ago. Okay,
yeah,
like I understand, like physically not being happy in the skin that you're in,
mhm.
but we're not meant to all look the same. And I think we're all starting to look the same, and I think that's why there's a decline. One of
Yeah.
the reasons that there's a decline. So
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I'm excited for the old body types to come back in. I'm excited for that because I like the whole natural movement in general. Just I'm excited for it because
bring back
we've gotten so used.
individuality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've gotten so used to all these enhancement. Everything is enhanced, like everything, eyebrows, eyelashes, lips, everything. You can enhance everything. It's like so people are so far removed from who they really are. And then speaking of that, remember the other day you were saying like people don't really be understanding that you fix your looks and now you look like this now, but when you have your child, right? They gonna have the original features.
Okay.
So and then also like you have brought up, what about what you're showing your children?
You can't tell your child, oh, when they're saying, damn mom, like I'm built like this. I hate my body and I'm ugly and I'm this and that. It's gonna be hard to tell them, baby, love yourself. You're beautiful when you
Love yourself. Like
everything
what?
about yourself. It's hard. It's
It's
or
hard.
they come out with your original nose, but you done, I don't
Right.
want to sound like we hate plastic surgery because I don't want somebody who knows
No, I
down the
don't
line
hate it.
10 years
I
down the line,
don't
I'm gonna
hate
do a
it.
little something, shum, and then y'all pull this back up and read me. But which because that's what they
You know they would.
do.
You know they would. But see, for me, I just feel like because it's a something that you can change. Like you can't change your nose. I don't care how much you work out and what you do. You know what I mean? Something like that. Not to say that there's an excuse for it, but I'm just saying it's
Mm,
a little bit more understandable when you want to put it on a scale. It's a little
right.
bit less than compared to
Like how people don't
changing
judge breast implants like
something
that
that you
because it's
can
like you
actually
can't
work on.
grow. Yeah, you can't like you can't work out to get boobs, like to go up 2 cup sizes. Like you can't.
Right.
So
So
yeah,
I do understand, like, if it's something that you can just, if it's an option between you can work hard to get it or you get this, then yeah,
yeah.
you know what I do.
All right. Well, I feel
But to
like
all the girls with BBLs, I'm telling you, y'all are good, and I commend you on the nerve that you guys even had to get this done, because that's a real commitment to have to
mhm,
like decide on that, get it done, go through everything you have to go through for the post, and you know what I mean, and then still feel good in your skin. You know what I mean?
right. Y'all be looking good.
Y'all
So
do be looking good. We just gotta
okay,
get them legs to match a wee
when
bit
the
more.
legs match and the ab etching be right, or the dumping, like you know what I'm saying, when everything, y'all be looking good. So
Y'all
don't
do be looking
don't
good.
even, and please don't call us broke. 'Cause people say, "Oh, y'all mad because y'all broke.
Yeah.
Y'all can afford it."
No, let me tell you, I could have, yeah, I can get, yeah, I could have got a BBL a long time ago. However, I just don't think that I would personally, that's just not for me. I don't think that that's for me. I don't feel like I would feel good afterward. I would look good, but I would feel like shit. Like I said, like I sold out. And
Mhm.
also, just having to go under the anesthesia for it. People don't even make it sometimes from that. And I would literally be my biggest fear, right? I spend all this money. I go through the surgery. I'm in pain. I do all of this. just to not have people get botched surgeries. People have botched
Oh, of
surgeries.
course.
So all the time, and and it does not matter how much money you have, okay? It is not about that. So things happen. And now I do all of that and I'm still not happy with my butt.
You'll
Oh
be
no.
back on the table again.
Oh no.
You'll be back on the table again,
That
trying
person gonna have to
to
count his damn
fix
days.
what's botched. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's another
It's,
reason why
it's
people sometimes people are going back for round 2, 3 because something was botched, something was off, something didn't settle right, the butt is lopsided. So then you're continuously going back to just fix stuff. Not even because they want like a smaller waist or whatever. They're just trying to fix what
they're just
originally.
trying to fix.
Yeah.
They're just trying to fix, and I just don't want that to be my life. I had a magazine I read, it was Essence, I believe, and it was a lady, she was a hairstylist, but she was in a wheelchair, and had some limbs cut off because hers got infected. And they had to cut off, some of her limbs to just pretty much save her own life. And one of those limbs was her hand. So her doing hair out the window. You see how that go? Like, can you just imagine? I don't got time for my life to go upside down like that. I just don't. I fight every day. I can't. eh,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
for me, no, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Well, we know it's not for
Because I
us.
still pull your daddy with this flat butt. So
And look, I don't know what I'm pulling these days. I don't know what I'm pulling these days, but I'm gonna just work. I'm gonna work with the little bit that I got, and
yeah,
I'm gonna call it a day. Like, who's gonna accept me? Who's for me is for me. What's for
right,
me is for me. It is what it is, and that's why we're humans and we're all different, and our path is different. You,
exactly. But I will say that, and it's so ironic, right? For me not to have, for me to feel like I wasn't blessed with the biggest butt. I should have been more focused. That should have been more my focus when I worked out. You would have thought
building
that
a
that would
booty.
be like the only workouts that I do, right? But I'm just now actually really making it a focus. When I lose weight and I'm in my smaller weight, I still don't have a butt per se, but it just everything looks way more proportioned and it just
Mhm.
looks better in itself. So this go round, I'm going to be focusing more so on, really building my butt so I can really be a true testimony of how it can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and it's
I
very
mean, this is like the
possible.
perfect time since everybody's going back to natural.
And guess what? On Dream Body's YouTube page, baby, we got a couple of videos showing you exercises that you can use to target that booty. Okay. From kettlebell swings to
Yep.
RDLs to different versions of squats.
Glute bridges,
Yes, yes, yes.
adding weights. I just ordered one of those like strappy things. You put the weights on the side and you can do your hip thrusts with them.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I plan to, like I said, I have some real plans to
Yeah.
really try to intentionally build this butt because it's doable.
It's
Everything I
very doable.
read, all the stuff.
Everybody, we can all get our
It's,
dream body.
it's a
Okay.
muscle. It's a
Yeah.
muscle.
Muscles
People
grow.
got to understand you can grow muscle. If it's a muscle, you good. You in there. You can build it. It's buildable. It's
Exactly.
buildable.
Yeah.
So
So that's the time that our shameless plug. Check out some of our videos that target booties, target getting a slimmer waist situation, and we can have our natural BBLs. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. And also leave in the comments if you personally, have grown your butt in a natural way and you know what I mean? Let me know what you did. Let me know what you did.
Okay, okay. And make sure you get enough protein. You need that. You gotta
Yes.
have that to be able to. But don't be starving yourself, or you're gonna be starving a booty. But
Right.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a
Thank
really good
you.
conversation.
It was, and it was needed. It was definitely needed.
Definitely needed. And Dream Girls, let us know how you feel about this conversation, anything you want to add. And also
Hmm.
let us know if there's anything else going on in pop culture regarding women's bodies and women's health that you guys want us to discuss. We got a couple things lined up, and this is
Hmm.
the first of it. But anyway, bye.
Bye.